everyone, welcome back to ErikaBuilds and another Sims 4 speed build. Today we are doing something a little bit different. We are over in San Myshuno and I am doing an apartment build. I don't really do these very often, so I'll apologize now that it may not be very good, but it's something that I would like to improve on. I have done an apartment build on the channel once before. If you haven't checked it out, it was a 3-story penthouse apartment. It was called, I think it was called Rockstar Penthouse. But anyway, other than that, this will be the first just like standard apartment I've ever done for the channel. So I was a little bit nervous because it's like so small, and I'm always building like these gigantic houses and lots of family homes with like kids and toys and stuff. So I was like, what kind of apartment am I gonna build? I don't even know. And so I thought about it for a while, and then I was like, you know, I think I just want to do an apartment for like a young business professional, somebody who lives in the city, works in the city, and just needs like a nice sort of upscale apartment that's kind of modern, but has, you know, pretty much like all the conveniences of what they would need. So someone who's a little bit, you know, successful with their job, not quite ready to buy like a big penthouse or anything, but somebody who you know, just would benefit from just like a nice modern apartment. So we're over here in the fashion district. This is I forget what it's called now. Chic Street. It's like 2012 Chic Street or something. I don't know. I'll put it in the description. I can't remember the name of the address. But I basically just decided to do a lot of really dark browns and black and gray. And so the apartment is very dark, but I feel like that makes it look, I don't know, just to me, it just feels like a very young up-and-coming professional type person. And so I really like these cabinets from Cool Kitchen Stuff and the appliances. So I did those, and then I went with bricks for the walls, because when I think about apartments in a big city, I kind of think of brick walls and like exposed brick and stuff, because it just seems to fit that sort of urban industrial sort of vibe. And I have to admit, like, I probably didn't do a very good job floor planning this, because the kitchen is gigantic. The kitchen is big enough for like a house, and then there was not much else, not much room for anything else. So I apologize for that. But at first I was gonna have this little like dining area, dining table, but then after I thought about it, I was like, no, this young professional person would need a desk and a work area more than they would need a dining room. And so, and also with the living room too, you know, I wanted to make sure that 2 people could sit, because if they have, you know, a boyfriend or girlfriend or something and they want to have someone over, I wanted to make sure at least 2 people could sit, you know, and chill on the couch. And so I ended up taking out the dining table, putting a computer desk there, and then you might have saw I brought my sim in to test this little living room area, to make sure that 2 people could, you know, navigate around that love seat and get to the TV area. And it did work. And I actually play test everything in this apartment, because with it being so small, I just really wanted to make sure you could sleep and cook and shower and do everything. So I definitely made sure everything was working before I uploaded it to the gallery. So I played around with a few different desks, and then I just decided to go with this base game desk because I really liked the shade of brown, as it was so close to those kitchen cabinets that I just thought it was a pretty close match. And then I couldn't find a bookshelf that fit there, so I used that little small 2-shelf bookshelf from Cool Kitchen Stuff. So it's not an actual bookshelf, but it just kind of looks like one. So I put that in there. And then over here on the wall, I wanted to do a mural, but it wouldn't fit. It was too big. And so I ended up using this artwork instead. It's too bad though, we don't have like a smaller mural for that size wall, because that would have been really cool. But the decor, I feel like, is very modern. It's very sort of sleek and sophisticated type decor. You know, I used dark colored vases and plants and like this little sculpture and things. So totally opposite of my usual, you know, homey, cozy family home. And I think it'll be good for me to kind of spread my wings a little bit here and try something new. And I think that'll actually help with my building as far as like houses go too, because then I'll have more experience, you know, working with different kinds of decor and furniture that maybe I don't usually use in my family homes. And that would be good, because then I could start building some homes for people who don't have kids. But yeah, so I'm just kind of finishing up this living room area. This artwork is from City Living. I don't know if you just saw that, but the weirdest thing happened in my game. I had a Windows 10 update, and apparently it just completely messed up like the tab mode, and using Sims 3 camera, I couldn't even use the Sims 3 camera at all. And that was another thing that made this build really, really hard, is I was using Sims 4 camera, which I hadn't used in so long that I felt like I didn't even know how to use it. But anyway, the good news is I ended up going onto Tumblr and finding a solution. Another simmer had posted about how you can go into the Origin menu and turn off like Origin in-game overlay, which I didn't even know I had on, and I didn't even know what that was. And so I ended up turning that off, and then it was completely fixed. So if you're having trouble using Sims 3 camera or tab mode, and your mouse is going like all over the place like crazy, go into Origin and turn off in-game overlay for Origin, and it will fix it just perfectly. So that's my little tip for today. I'm just adding some under cabinet lighting, more decor. I used a lot of decor from Cool Kitchen Stuff because it had that dark brown swatch, which is just perfect with the cabinets and appliances and everything else from Cool Kitchen. So it just matched really, really nicely. And then I just added like a video game system over here by the TV. And I put a guitar there in case they want to, you know, have a hobby, and just some books and things on the coffee table. And you know, it's simple, but yet I feel like this apartment, for the size that it is, it really has everything that a single sim would need to live happily in the city. So I think it turned out okay in the end. Those curtains with the black, I thought kind of matched nicely with the couch. So I'm using a lot of black, and that table there with the black on it as well. That's from City Living, the one by the front door. And then I just pulled out like desk decor and books and little like work things, some stuff from Get to Work. Okay, so now here's the embarrassing part. So I go to start doing the bedroom, and I can't get this bed in here. I'm just like, oh no, I'm gonna have to demolish this whole entire apartment and start over. But then I was like, okay, I'll just make the bathroom a little bit smaller, and then we'll see if my sim. So I brought my sim in here and I tested out the bed to make sure she could actually get into the bed on both sides, because hey, I mean, single in the city, you might want to have some, you know, companionship in your bed from time to time. So I wanted to make sure that bed was accessible from both sides. That was extremely important. In fact, I'll just let you know that I did play test the Woohoo for this bed before I uploaded it to the gallery, just to make sure, and it worked fine. So no problems there. But in this bedroom, I went even darker than the living room. So the walls are basically the darkest gray. The bed is a very, very dark brown wood with a brown bedspread. So we are just going all out with the dark colors. But I have to admit, I really like this. I really like dark colors, and I don't know, I just feel like it looks kind of classy. That picture's off center, but don't worry, I fixed it later. I just feel like it's very classy and sophisticated. And so I kind of like using this dark wood. And those floors are actually from Island Living, oddly enough. And so is this rug. And I feel like, even though, I mean, technically it's supposed to be, I guess, for island homes, I feel like it looks really good in this city setting as well, because the wood is just got a lot of really nice grain to it, and it's just very beautiful. And so I just felt like if it was maybe an old building in the city that got remodeled, they would have put in this like really expensive hardwood floor or something. So I put a dresser there, and then I debated if it needed a chest and a dresser, and I was like, no, it doesn't really need that. So I just did the dresser only, and then on this other wall I did a little love seat from the fitness stuff pack, which I thought was kind of cute and gave like a nice little area for just like reading or chilling out. Later I got to thinking that the desk maybe would have fit there if I would have put a dining room, but I don't know. Does a sim really need a dining room? I guess you could always change it if you wanted to, if you really felt like a dining room was that important. Yeah, so the colors in here, very dark, but the lighting, I did brighten it up just one click, but I didn't go to the full white bright light like I did for the living room, because I wanted to kind of keep it a little bit subdued and a little bit more soft in the lighting. And I'm just adding a little light over the mirror there. Okay, so now the very last little area here is just the bathroom, which I did in the fitness stuff pack. It didn't have enough room for a bathtub. It has a shower, and I tested all of this out, and it all works. Tons of windows in that bathroom, so better hope your neighbors don't have a telescope, I guess. But I don't know, it doesn't really matter in The Sims, but if you wanted to add curtains there, you could. I don't know, I kind of liked it open. I felt like that was kind of exciting. And then there's a stereo in the corner there, and I put like a bathrobe in another picture. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think about me venturing into this world of apartment builds, and if you would like to see more apartments, if you'd like to see big, like a big family apartment, or if you want to see more of these like smaller 1-bedroom apartments, or if you don't even want to see apartments, just let me know in the comments. And thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And yeah, I will see you guys again next time. Have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.